Hey guys, well, it's been a while since I made a video. Very last time I posted something, well, it was actually a stream, which was almost a month ago. So, didn't really have a need to make any videos for last month. So it is now February, so let's do an update video for the month of February. So today it is Groundhog Day, and most of y'all have already seen that Punxsutawney Phil saw a shadow, which that means 6 more weeks of winter. And I've not even been out here in the yard in quite a while. I've pretty much just been staying in because there's been days it's been cold. It's been raining quite a bit. Actually, my dad has been doing some cleaning up here in the backyard. Had a bunch of stuff that was all overgrown along here. That's all been taken care of. See, I took care of all of this. Let's see, that was early December, almost 2 months ago. And my dad has done some more cleaning up along over here, along this fence here. That's all the remains from it. I'll just need to feed those through the chipper shredder. So, well, we'll come back over there. We'll come back in there later. Let's have a look out front. Well, there's a nice flower here on this bush. That's really nice. Looks like more are starting to come up. You can see the buds on them. I do need to trim this. But with all these buds, right now is really not the time to do it. I probably would have to wait until probably this summer. So here's my dad's car. So I'm the only one that's home right now. My parents are up in Kentucky, over at my brother's. Because with my brother's job, his job requires doing traveling. And so my parents are at his house just to look after his cats. So that's the reason why my dad has his car in the driveway rather than having it in the street. And from the last stream that I did not have my truck. I had a rental car, which was a Toyota RAV4. About a couple of weeks after I did that last live stream, I finally got my truck back. If those of y'all that don't know, let's see, just almost 2 months ago, 2 weeks before Christmas, I was in a wreck on my way home from work. And right here was where the damage was. This bumper was pretty much broken into half. This was all broken up, and then this part of it was broken off clean, like literally. And I had a really big dent right here on the front fender, and I had some scuff marks on this wheel. So what had happened, I was coming up at an intersection, right? I was in an outside left lane that requires you to either turn left or go straight. My intent was to go straight, but there was a tractor truck that was in the lane on the right side of me. Well, that person decided at last minute to turn left and came right up in front of me, slammed on my brakes, and I hit him. And that's what happens. That's what happened. But thankfully, that guy's insurance, about a few days later, that person's insurance company contacted me, and they said that they're going to take responsibilities of it, and they did just that. And I took my truck over to the dealer where I bought this truck at almost 5 years ago. They actually have their own collision center, and they did a good job on fixing it, even though it took them almost 4 weeks. I think it was just for the fact they were overloaded with other stuff, because there were quite a bit of other vehicles that they were working on, because it took them almost 4 weeks to get my truck all done. So that's good. I'm very happy that that is all taken care of. And this truck has over 36,000 miles on it. Because next time I do bring this in to the dealer for an oil change, I will need to get my fuel filters replaced. Any of y'all that don't know where the fuel filters are on the Chevy Colorados or GMC Canyons that have the 2.8 liter Duramax diesel, well, if you look right over here, let's see, right over there, yeah, those two things right there, those are the fuel filters. I would do it myself, but I don't really have the tools or even have the time to do it, so I'll just have that all be taken care of at the dealer. The only actual work that I've only done to this truck was actually replace the air filter, which those are easy to replace. So here are the boxwood hedges. They're so overgrown. I was going to just leave these for my parents to trim them. Which they could just borrow my grandmother's electric hedge trimmer rather than use my Echo HC150 gas-powered hedge trimmer. This monkey grass is growing really good. I've never seen it actually thrive like this. This is the most that it's really grown. Let's just hope it'll stay like this in the summertime. A lot of times it usually doesn't. My dad also did some more cleaning up, even on this side right here, because there were some trees that were over here. All this mess here, it's been there for oh man, I don't know how long. 2 years, maybe 3 years, I don't know. But the people that lived in this house, they moved out at the end of the year. Because this house is usually up for rent. So as of right now, there's currently nobody living in this house. Alright, let's go in there. Oh, there's still a mess of shredded leaves left over from last fall. I'll need to clean all that up, but I'm not worried about that right now. My collection of lawn equipments. And I got this can all filled up. There's actually 5 gallons of True Fuel instead of just actual ethanol-free gas. There's actually 5 gallons of True Fuel. Because the other day I went to Lowe's, and both Lowe's and Home Depot, they have a deal on buying certain things in bulk. They're usually like you get $2 off. So first I went to Home Depot. My intent was to buy 4 1-gallon jugs of True Fuel. I already had just 1 jug of True Fuel that was already sitting in the other building that I had bought several weeks ago. So I was going to go to Home Depot just to buy 4 1-gallon jugs of True Fuel, just to get that bulk deal. But unfortunately, they only had 3 in stock. And so I went to Lowe's, and luckily they had a lot of them in stock. So I grabbed 4 of those and ended up getting the bulk deal, which was $2 off. And I added all 4 of those jugs of True Fuel, including that other one that I had sitting in the other building. That pretty much gave me a total of 5 gallons, so that's good. So that'll be good for me to use in all the equipments for down here, rather than have to keep driving all the way up to Denton to get some non-ethanol fuel. Which I'll probably end up still doing that, just with the 2 fuel cans that I have that are at the farm. But I did find a gas station actually a lot closer to the farm. That way, whenever if I do happen to run out of gas, I could always just go over there. But yeah. So y'all are probably wondering, when am I going to get all this equipment out and running? I was going to maybe go for President's Day weekend, but the way things look, we could be in for some winter weather. And also that same weekend, I would like to go up to the farm, because neither one of us have been up there since November. Well, except just a few weeks ago, my grandmother and my uncle were up there because we had some sort of a scare. My grandparents have rigged up some security cameras, and pretty much every single day my grandmother will usually check on them. Well, I think they have a total of 5 cameras. They have 2 inside the house and they have 3 outside. Well, my grandmother, well, what happened here? Well, let's make this a long story short. My grandmother checks one of the cameras from inside the house that points looking towards the back door, and realizes that the back door was open. And that's kind of what scared us then. I think what may have happened was just due to high winds. Somehow those high winds must have had that door, made that door come open, even though the door was locked. But luckily my uncle had found a piece of cinder block and put it on that door to keep it from opening again in case if we do have another windy day. But I think at some point what we might ought to do is maybe put some kind of locking device to where it would kind of like go between like the wall and then the door. Because my mother actually found some on Amazon. So we might do that sometime. Either in the springtime or the summertime. Because I would like to come up there, like I said, probably in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully President's Day weekend, just depending on the weather, because after that weekend, my parents will have to go back to Kentucky. They will have to go back to Kentucky to my brother's house to do house sitting up there, which is what they're doing now, because my brother will have to do more traveling. Unless, if I could just drive up there by myself, I could always just have my grandmother come with me for the ride, if she wants to, but I don't know. The main reason I would like to go back up to the farm is just because I know for sure, well, my grandfather's truck, I know that thing hasn't ran or been driven since November, and I think as well as some of the tractors too, like the Farmall H, the Ford Golden Jubilee, and the John Deere 5065E. So I would like to at least run those to ensure that their batteries are good, but who knows. Alright, so this video is getting pretty long. I'm pretty much just chattering here. So I think I'll let y'all go and I'll get this video uploaded. So like I said, don't know for sure when I'll do the startups on the lawn equipments. How the way things look, it'll probably be a while. May not do it probably till later this month or early March. I would do it this weekend, but it's supposed to get below freezing, and as well as even next week too. Even a possibility of snow. But we'll see. Alright, so I think that's going to do it. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And so, thanks for watching.